I need someone to show me my place in all this.
Okay, we're back. Okay, we're back with LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. In this episode, we're gonna finish with Return to the Jedi, Fulfill Your Destiny. Yeah, we gotta get a few more mini kits, I was gonna call them trophies for some reason, and challenges. Yes, replay, okay.
By now you must know your father can never be turned from a dark side. So will it be with you.
You're wrong.
It was I who allowed the Alliance to know the location of the shield generator. It is quite safe from your pitiful little band. Use your aggressive feelings, boy.
I like how he's holding the cards up.
Let the hate
An
flow
elevator
through you.
with that much security. Let's transport
You couldn't bring yourself to destroy me before, and I don't believe you'll destroy me now.
You underestimate the power of the dark
that
side.
comes from bouncing cats. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Hate this. The camera.
Do it.
Income.
So much anger. I can taste it.
Okay.
I feel the good in you, the conflict.
There is no conflict.
There was. Vader just doesn't like
A sitting duck. Yes, yes.
Give yourself to the dark side. It is the only way to save your friends, to save your sister.
Yeah, I just ran at him when I first played this.
Your thoughts have betrayed you. I have you now.
What, that didn't count? Okay.
A twin sister. If
So there's
you
a
will
theory
not
that
turn to the dark side,
the reason
perhaps
uh,
she will.
Anakin turned to the dark side is because, excuse me, Obi-Wan used the dark side to defeat Maul.
Fulfill your destiny and take your father's place at my side.
In Phantom Menace.
I'll never turn to the dark side. I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
So be it, Jedi.
So I wonder if, since Luke tapped into the dark side here to kind of stop his father after his father turns around and, you know, basically calls out his sister.
I expected nothing more from the pathetic Skywalker.
It's over. You have lost.
That's why Ben turned to the dark side.
Enough. I am tired of your insolence. Guards, destroy these treasonous cowards.
Hello.
Oh.
I am C-3PO. How may I be of assistance? I can certainly
Shouldn't
be of
be trying to
assistance here.
justify this. Or Disney did the sequel trilogy, because none of it makes sense.
Time has come to return. This is child's play to me.
I believe this is wrong. This goes here. Gold, so gold goes here. Unless, no. That's, gold goes here. This one goes here.
I will harness this against the Jedi.
Oh. I'm gonna find a weapons crate, emergency access. The elevator.
This isn't for beings as powerful as I.
Really, they have a bouncy castle. Okay,
I
so
can
this should be
definitely
the
have
last
assistance here.
trophy. On the nerd. Oh. I didn't do it, did I? Didn't do it. There we go. I don't know why that didn't work.
Oh, wonderful.
There's apparently a weapons crate somewhere around here that I don't. I built a micro Death Star too. Here we go.
Greetings, Father.
Son, it's good to see you.
I don't know what that did. Something else I was dropping here?
I'm Luke Skywalker, and I'm a Jedi, like my father before me.
Stop this petulant behavior. You are beaten.
It looks more like you're beaten, Elby.
You have paid the price for your
Vader
lack of vision.
stabbing my poor companion through the head.
Help me take this mask off.
Tell your sister. You were right.
I've got to save you.
You already have, Luke.
The fuck is with his breath? Why can you see his breath?
The shield is down. Commence attack on the Death Star's main reactor. Run away.
Oh shit, there's a whole section after this? I forgot. Or is that it? Was that it? Oh, that was it. Okay. We didn't have to fly through the Death Star. So we did more than half of the game so far, the mission challenges, and what do you call it? The mini kits. Now we gotta do these. First order business, low flying garbage, Reap What You Solo. Which on Reap What You Solo, I believe there's 2 references. One that I was actually able to show, which was the Wampa hitting the glass, which is kind of a callback to Arkham Asylum, Batman Arkham Asylum with Killer Croc. And then there's the Ark of the Covenant somewhere in there. And I'm really looking forward to seeing the Ark of the Covenant because of the fact really like the Indiana Jones trilogy. And yes, I said trilogy because I don't believe the 4th one exists. 4th one was terrible. Just like the 3 latest Star Warses were terrible. But, yeah. Look, if you like those movies, I'm happy that you enjoyed these 3 films. And if you enjoyed Indiana Jones 4 and you're excited for 5, that's great. I'm happy for you, and I'm not trying to be condescending or, sarcastic. That's just my opinion of things. Is these games, or not these games, the games were fun. The movies were not. There's just things in it that I did not like that were just terrible. Like Rise of Skywalker, the one I actually went and seen in theaters, the only one that I somewhat liked because Ian McDiarmid came back as the Emperor, which I know the Emperor coming back is stupid, but I like the fact that they brought back Sir Ian McDiarmid to play the role, which he's played the role since Return of the Jedi. So, but a skip and a jump. The very opening scene of this movie, where Poe and Finn are just punching the hyperdrive as soon as they exit, basically. And no, like Han Solo said in the very first movie, flying through hyperspace is not like dusting crops, kid. If you don't plan out your route, I forget how the line goes. I think it's you don't calculate your route or something. You'll fly through a sun or bounce too close to a supernova, and that'll end your trip real quick. So that bullshit scene where they're flying through and just punch, 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 and it's like they're bouncing close to fucking planets, creatures, other shit. No, they should have died. Boom. End of Star Wars. And you can't tell me otherwise because this whole universe has been centered around the fact that certain things have rules, certain things have limits. But you watch these 3 films and it throws everything else out the window saying, we don't need to listen to that. This series will fly on its own. These 3 films will be just as great as Lucas's films. Bullshit. I'm sorry. You can give the prequels all the shit you want for their goddamn, dialogue, that's what it is. The cringy dialogue that nobody says. I don't understand the word cringy so much. I'm probably a little too old for that. But, no, these 3 original films I think are greater than the sequel trilogy. And the original trilogy, if you watch the original trilogy, they turn around and they say something about, in the original trilogy, Luke has a zipper, so that is why in the sequel trilogy there's glasses and something else, and it's just as good. No, there's a flight zipper on Luke's flight suit, And I only think it's in the theatrical version. I don't remember seeing it in the special edition, which is the most common version of these movies. You go on Disney Plus, you're not going to see the theatrical version. You're not going to see the version that Lucas first did. You're only going to see the special edition, the 20th time these films have come out, basically. Because, like, Han shooting first in A New Hope, Lucas didn't like that because he didn't want Han to be a cold-blooded killer. Why? You're not going to become the world's greatest smuggler, or the universe's greatest smuggler, and Jabba's top man if you're not going to get your hands dirty. If you're not going to do what it takes to survive. I mean, come on. Do you think Han didn't shoot first every time? No, if he shot second, he might have wound up dead most times. But oh, nope. We get to the part where he cocks his head to the side, dodges the laser bolt in record time, mind you, because no one in this universe has been able to dodge laser fire except for Jedis, and then shoots and kills Greedo. Granted, yeah, I understand that there's, things have changed, things that, been altered through these, and they may not be as good as the original theatrical version. But that doesn't justify that these 3 films are better. That's just my opinion, and there's several others out there that say that, agree with me that these are not better than the other films. There are people that just say the original trilogy is the only thing about Star Wars. The rest of it is, doesn't exist. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like the prequels. I mean, Jango Fett, Qui-Gon Jinn, Darth Maul, they were all some of my favorite characters that came out of these 3 films. And the Clone Wars that went between Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith was amazing. And, Disney, I'm not going to say Disney is terrible at Star Wars. It doesn't understand Star Wars too bad because of the fact between Return of the Jedi and Force Awakens, they created the Mandalorian series. I was going to call it a trilogy for some reason. And Book of Boba Fett. Both those were amazing. Granted, people are going to say, no, they weren't. They weren't very good. I liked them. I thought they were good. I gave them a benefit of the doubt. I think that's the one that people said something about Luke's zipper and the mods are just as good. I like the mods. I thought they brought a little bit something different. Yes, they don't 100% fit in the world of Star Wars 100%. But, well, if you look at Star Wars by today's standards, everything, everything works. I mean, Rey can just, go from having no knowledge of the Force to having a bunch of knowledge of the Force and being able to do shit she doesn't understand to being the most powerful bitch in the universe. Pardon my language on that one. The most powerful character on the planet. No offense to Daisy Ridley. I thought she did a really good job as the character. Granted, the character wasn't really well written, but she did a good job with the character. And she became, like, the most powerful person in the universe. Like, what the hell? That makes no sense. And then, Solo and Rogue One, which came between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope, I thought were good. Fans didn't like it. They thought they were confused about Darth Maul. And my thing was, if you're gonna deal with Crimson Dawn, Darth Maul is still alive during the period of Solo. So yes, if you're dealing with Crimson Dawn, you would have to deal with Darth Maul. And now the Kenobi show is going to come out, and since Maul was terrible and confused fans in Solo, now there's not going to be any Solo or any Maul in Kenobi, which I think is stupid. I want to see a live-action fight between Kenobi and Maul from Rebels. I know, there's so many great fights in Star Wars already, like the Vader and Luke's fight, excuse me, on Bespin in Empire Strikes Back, where Vader is not really trying to beat his son, he's testing his son. He's trying to find, what his son has learned. And, Luke testing whether his father wants to kill him or not. Luke's not trying to kill Vader then. And, they're both testing each other. They're pushing each other's limits. And I love that. That is a great fight. Darth Maul versus Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan, or Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan versus Darth Maul, however you want to word it. That was another good fight. Anakin versus Obi-Wan. That was another really good fight. But old Obi-Wan, well, Ben Kenobi or Obi-Wan Kenobi versus old Darth Maul, or Maul in this case, on Tatooine. And, spoilers if anybody hasn't seen it, they're fighting, and Maul, gets killed because he was cocky and he thought he was going to kill the master like he did the apprentice, or he's going to kill the apprentice like he did the master, because Obi-Wan switched to Form 4 instead of using Form 3 against Maul, and he ends up getting killed, and he, Obi-Wan's cradling him, and Darth Maul asks him if Luke is going to avenge us both. That scene is amazing, and I would love to see it done in live action. Again, I mean, because a lot of people aren't going to watch Rebels. I mean, most people think it's either a kid's show, or they're going to be like me, who thought the artwork was terrible. I mean, no offense to the artists and the people that worked on it, I just didn't like the way the art style was done. But I watched it, and the story came out and made me overlook the art style. Kind of like Transformers Prime. I didn't like the art style at first, and I enjoyed the story. Or like Beast Wars, I didn't like this CGI animation that they used then. So, I mean, there's different things like that where, people aren't going to watch Rebels because of certain things. Whether those reasons are, like me, where it's like, oh, I don't like the artwork. Or it's going to be like, oh, this is the kid show. 'Cause, I mean, I still haven't watched Resistance. And Resistance goes after Rebels. It's talking about, I think, the formation of the Resistance that's in these three films. Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, and Revenge, or The Rise of Skywalker. I say Revenge of the Jedi again. But I haven't watched that because I don't like the artwork in it. I don't mean to say it's terrible to, have a problem with, like I have a problem with the artist or the way they worked on it. None of that. I don't have a problem with that. I just don't like the artwork. I mean, I don't fully like the Lego style in general to a point. I mean, some of it looks weird, some of it is okay, but like Jango ship, Slave 1, some of the things just don't look right in Lego form. And we haven't actually had a Lego Slave 1 in quite some time, but if you look at the model that's in here, it's the 2019 Boba Fett Slave 1, just in Jango colors, which I think is kind of interesting. Is that like a little nod that LEGO's gonna put out this set again? Since the only LEGO Slave 1 that they had was in 2002. But anyway, off topic. I don't like the artwork so much. I mean, the probe droids there just kind of look weird. Or Chewbacca kind of looks weird to a point. In Lego, the Snow Wampa looks weird. Well, the Wampa, I shouldn't say Snow Wampa. That's Robot Chicken. But, I mean, they're faithful looking to the character, but, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I don't know how to 100% explain it, that the fact that the Lego pieces you know, they're Lego. They're not the real Star Wars universe. I mean, Clone Wars. I had a problem with the artwork in Clone Wars because I didn't like the way they look. The hair, specifically, the hair just looked weird. Like the hair pieces in here kind of look weird. Like this Obi-Wan here on Attack of the Clones has a cloak, but in here he has a cape, and they're both called caped versions or something like that, without the hood, or the one with a hood, one without a hood. But they're both caped, and this is the caped version. This or robe. I think they actually call it a robe version. But what's the difference between a cape and a robe? Because in the Phantom Menace, he was wearing a robe, not a cape, just like he was in here. Like, and then you go into the third game. Both Obi-Wan and Anakin have caped versions, not robed versions. But yet, here, it's a robe. Like, why? Why is there such a difference? See, I have little problems like that with Lego, but I overlook it because I like, you know, either Star Wars or, what is it, Marvel. I played Marvel a lot. Marvel's Avengers, or not Marvel's Avengers, Marvel Superheroes. Anyway, I've ranted for, I think I've ranted for a little too long. I'm gonna have to, you know, get off soon, and we'll be coming back to do The Force Awakens, Last Jedi, and Rise of Skywalker. Like, it's been the last two times it took me a little longer because, you know, getting all the mini kits and basically all the challenges, yeah, it kind of takes a minute. It takes a little longer, but these don't seem to have so much of a problem. I should be able to get at least 2 done the next episode, and finish these out shortly. And then we'll get on to the galaxy and finish the each of the planets, which will be fun. I think the last video that I'm gonna do on the cleanup for each episode, when I do with or do the strength to do it or be with me, I think I'll do those two, and that'll be the last ones that I do. When I do those, I'll ask, you know, to write down in the comment section. If I could figure out how to do a poll, I would do a poll, but I'd ask what planet you guys want to start with. And, yeah, we could start on the planet that everybody wants to see. But if I can't do that, I'll just probably start with Tatooine, because I only have a couple more to do in Mos Espa. I think I have like 3 things to do in Mos Espa. Let's see. Yeah, see, I got like 3, not mini kits, Kyber bricks, and 1 data card, and 2 people to find. So, I think I'll just start on Tatooine and make my way around the galaxy. Unless, I mean, I could start anywhere, really. That's 76. What about this? Is this... Yeah, probably 76. Let's start with the 76 up here and work my way around with everything else. At least that's the plan. Yeah, there's 28 planets, so we'll try to, you know, go through the 28 planets and finish them. That'll take a little bit, and hopefully we get this done before, what is it? Gotham Knights comes out, because I still gotta finish Batman Arkham series to build up to Gotham Knights. I know they're not connected. That's not the point. The point is, I thought they were connected originally. Most fans did. They're not. I just think that they should have, you know, kind of connected them, but that's just me. And I'm gonna have fun with it. It's a spiritual successor to the Arkham series, but I'm also going to get Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. And also, I have the Evil Dead game, or the game that came out recently. If you guys would like to see that on the channel, I could do that. If you want to see more Batman Arkham, I'm going to be uploading the second playthrough shortly. Excuse me. Um, and that'll be, I'll do that, and we'll have fun with that. And then hopefully Arkham Asylum, or Arkham City, which is to be considered the best Batman Arkham game in the series. Even though I prefer Origins and Night, the last two to come out. Arkham Asylum's one of my favorite only because that's the first one that I played. That's the game that got me into like a rabbit hole. But anyway, I'll catch you guys later and see you in the next one. Have a good one, mate.